most of you are going to need to fast 3 or 4 times. Some of you already know that we have several people here that are fasting for the second, or have already fasted 3 times. Gazelle fasted 3 times. Peter fasted 3 times, the volunteers. Leanne's here for the second time. Cosmic did a second fast with me recently. Who else?
Me.
Jen, right? This is Jen's second fast here. Most of you are going to benefit from fasting. Nevi's here for the second time. Most of you are going to benefit from fasting 2, 3, maybe 4 times, depending on how old you are, what your diet and lifestyle choices look like, in order to get all the years worth of accumulated garbage out of your body to get to a point where you're like humming along. After that, you won't really ever need to do this again. Maybe a week every year or 2 as a maintenance thing. If you're living in civilization, if you're living here, you probably wouldn't need to do that either. But how do you know? Am I making this up? Am I just trying to get you to come back? How do you know? You can, if 6 months from now, take a 3 or 4 day weekend, rest and sip water. If you feel perfectly fine, you're not detoxifying, or at least not very much. I mean, some of you might take a little longer than 3 or 4 days to get to the point, right? But some of you are going to know right away that your body's still detoxifying. If it is, it's going to benefit you to do this again. Okay.
What are some common signs?
What are some common signs? Well, it could really be anything. I mean, symptoms are evidence the body's cleansing or healing. Any symptom. Cold symptoms, flu symptoms, headaches, fevers, all evidence the body's cleansing or healing. Okay, so when your body's clean, really clean, you won't have those symptoms, like ever, unless you encounter a specific thing.
You just kind of tired.
Well, for instance, so on this trip, I had some gourmet raw vegan meals, raw vegan restaurants. Okay, food that's much heavier. I'm used to eating relatively small quantities of calories of simple foods. Yesterday's lunch was a watermelon. Okay, yesterday's at 4:30. That was breakfast, I should say, at 4:30 in the afternoon, when I was finished with you guys, my first meal. Okay, after working out and working for hours and hours and hours, no food, no problem. My second meal was at 7 o'clock. It was a simple salad, 4 ingredients, small salad. That's it for the day. That's all I've had in the last 2 days, and I'm perfectly fine. Okay, it's no problem. Don't need a lot of food. But when I eat heavier raw food, nuts and seeds and dehydrated stuff, I'm going to feel a little bit less energetic, a little more sluggish, a little heavier. Okay, there's symptoms there. My body's dealing with getting rid of stuff it doesn't want. Okay, but that's going to be gone in 24 hours. And I know exactly what caused it.
If I do a 3-day fast on my own and weakness is the only what I'm feeling,
Yep.
am I detoxing?
Yes.
Got it.
You won't feel weak if you're not detoxing. Okay? We don't run on food. Our bodies don't run on food. Let me clarify. Okay. Does your car run on gasoline?
No, I have a Tesla.
Okay. Figures. Who's got a gasoline car? Anybody have a gasoline car? Does your car run on gasoline?
Sure.
Are you sure?
Doesn't run.
I think what happens is the car uses the gasoline to make kinetic energy. It's the movement of the pistons that actually move your wheels. Okay? You put gasoline in the tank, does the car go anywhere?
No.
In fact, nothing happens without an electric motor to start the engine.
Yeah.
You need a starter motor. The gasoline is doing nothing for you. What it is, it's the fuel your body, the car uses to make that energy. Our bodies use food, calories, to make electricity. We run on microelectric current. Okay? We're literally running on electricity. So when someone says, man, I'm tired, I gotta go recharge my batteries, that's exactly what they're doing. And we primarily make that electricity while we're sleeping. So you go to sleep, you wake up with recharged batteries. Okay? Electrolytes, by the way, are important. Their name is electrolytes because without them we can't conduct electricity. Okay, there's no electrical current without electrolytes. All right? Your battery works. I had a guy who should have known better. He was a a practitioner say to me once, well, then how come that you put distilled water in a battery? You didn't really say that, did you? Distilled batteries, car batteries are called lead acid batteries. Why? Because they've got metal plates, lead plates, that they're providing the electrolytes. Okay, it's the transfer of that metal that's creating the ability to carry current. Take a plastic box and put distilled water, you're going to get any electricity from that? Nope. No, yeah, there has to be a transfer of metal happening. Okay. All right. Any other quick questions? Yeah.
So if our body runs on like these microelectricity circuits, and you don't necessarily eat food to like operate, why do you?
No, food is fuel. Our body uses food, calories, to make electricity. Eventually, you don't eat. I mean, right now your body's running without eating. What's it do? What's it using for fuel?
Reserves.
Body fat, a little bit of muscle. Okay, it's making electricity using your own tissue. Okay, eventually you're going to run out of reserves, and then you're going to starve. So we need to take fuel in because we can only store so much fuel. We have to have fuel in order to make electricity. But it's important to understand, when you eat a meal, you don't feel better because you just ate a meal. I mean, because now you have fuel. Your body's not running on that food. Your body's running on electricity. So why does eating a meal make you feel better if you felt weak or tired? What's happening? Say again? You stop the process of detoxification by forcing your body to process food. That's why you feel better when you eat. Okay, which is why if your body's not detoxifying because it's clean, you don't get that weakness, you don't get that tiredness.